Hey, you guys, I'm going to record this. Welcome to our 75-day Thrive. I'm super excited about this as I kind of thought as we kind of headed into really early September, I started thinking just about what would be most impactful the last few months of this crazy year, 2020. And I wrote on my social media that I was going to stop saying, oh man, 2020, right? Like just that cause and effect of this year and what it's been, because I started just thinking like a lot of the things that are happening around us, like, or happen to us, or, injuries or setbacks or, circumstances, they really can happen any year, right? And so instead of allowing ourselves kind of that mentality that 2020 means we need to put everything on hold. 2020 means that, we're just kind of stuck. Let's use the rest of this year to thrive, right? To really create the most of what we can do and be for these few months, but also to skyrocket and just send ourselves into great things as we head into 2021 and let all of that go. And it's still undetermined, it's undecided, it's unknown what 2021 will bring, and if that will be more goodness or less goodness, more trial, less trial than 2020. We all hope for less for sure, but like we can do great things now, right? For ourselves, for those around us that we love, and in particular with this community, in our becoming, right? In allowing ourselves to grow and to foster those things into our life that we want. I have to share with you this quote, like when I was doing, so I fill out this little journal each morning, and it's kind of like a health journal, I guess, but I use it kind of for some other things, but it helps me to kind of think about my gratitude, my goals for the day. It's got a little spot for a journal entry and stuff, but I love it. In the corners, it has like these little just quotes every day. And I loved today's quote. It says, when you catch a glimpse of your potential, that's when passion is born. So that was Zig Ziglar. When you catch a glimpse of your potential, that's when passion is born. And I think, I know for me, like this year has just, I kind of feel like I've done a lot of waiting, and maybe outside it doesn't seem like that, but I just kind of feel like there was a lot of waiting, and a lot of days when I went to, fill out my positivity of, what are you looking forward to today? There was a lot of days where I just like kind of sat there stumped. Like, what am I looking forward to today? And I have come to really realize that if we want things in our day and in our life to be excited about, to be passionate about, to be uplifted by, it's up to us to put those things in our life, right? And when I recognized that I was kind of waiting for something good to be available for me to be excited about, and that wasn't happening, I changed. I went to work to put those things in that I could make sure I would look forward to each day. And if I sat here in the morning and there wasn't something that I could put that I was looking forward to today, I was like, okay, I need to have what that is, right? So that's kind of where this 75-day Thrive was born, was, getting out of kind of that, I don't know what I would call Groundhog's Day of going through what came our way, right? Or what I had to handle, what I was responsible for, and then going to bed feeling just kind of blah, and kind of feeling like I wasn't accomplishing something more, right? Like it was great. I was helping my kids, we are doing schoolwork, but every day, like I never felt like there was something exciting to wake up for the next day, or there was, something that I really felt good that I, really had pushed myself to accomplish. I didn't have a lot of goals. I was training for an Ironman, so that was great, right? I always had my training, but it wasn't enough because that just was a piece of my life. It wasn't where I wanted life to be. So, um, I want to read this to you and see if this resonates, if you kind of see yourself in this. This is actually just from a blog. This is a guy, his name is Andy. I'm going to say his last name wrong. Frizella, I think it is. But he developed a program. I don't know. It seemed like I've never heard of this program until a few months ago. And I actually had never really looked into it until like a week and a half ago. But it's called 75 Hard. Have you guys heard of that at all? 75 Hard. So it's just a challenge he developed to develop mental toughness, right? So it encompasses some physical things, some mental work, and just really following through on the promises that you make. But, as part of kind of his intro to this program, this resonated with me. And, because he calls this his plan to take complete control of your life in 75 days. And this is what it says. It says, there's nothing worse than rolling through life in the passenger seat. You wake up, go to work, and drift through each day with no direction or driving force. Then you drive home, flip through your favorite TV shows, go to bed, and repeat that same cycle the next day. Weekdays are all run together, and you find yourself trying to pass the time until the weekend so you can relax, unwind, and finally enjoy yourself. But weekends have no meaning, and there's no real reason to enjoy them either. And like the weekdays, they'll start to run together too. You see people around you moving ahead, and you start to wonder what they have that you don't, and what they're doing that you're not. You start doubting yourself. Your thoughts beat you up every minute of the day to the point that you feel like you'll always be stuck right where you are in this funk forever. The mental struggle turns into a physical struggle. You're not exercising like you used to because you don't see the point. You try program after program or challenge after challenge to get your body and mind back to a place where you actually feel great again. But those programs turn out to be temporary band-aids, and before you know it, you're right back to square one. Each failed attempt drains a little more hope from your tank to the point that you're running on empty. And I don't know, how much of that you might relate to, but when I read that, I was like, yes, so much of that, just, really feeling like I wasn't fulfilling the commitments to myself. And, what he said, the problem is that, we really lack some mental toughness and discipline, right, in our lives, in doing the things that we say we're going to do, right? One thing that I've always loved about like the books that I've read from Rachel Hollis is she emphasizes how important it is to keep those promises to ourselves, right? And that we do that without variance, right? When we say we're going to do something, that we need to do it. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not learning along the path or along the way, but kind of putting that in perspective and reading through this plan, this 75 Hard, I thought, how many times do I have a goal, but then, I allow myself to kind of make an exception or change it to fit my situation, right? Instead of doing things with exactness. And, what Andy says is that's exactly the problem that we have, is we always have an allowance, or we always have a reason why we can't follow through on what we say we're going to do to ourselves. And we never prove to ourselves that we are capable, that we can do the things that we want to do. So I introduced that thought because 75-day Thrive is really a commitment to 75 days of going all in for you, right? And doing the things that are important to you and including those things in your life. Now, this is going to be a self-discovery time of what those things mean for you. Like, what is that you really want to envision and see in your life in the next 75 days? And then creating that vision and direction for this coming year. So this group is here. We focus on fitness, right? We focus on nutrition, but more and more, as your coach, what I've seen the need for me to be in your life is to help you with that mindset piece, right? We don't give it enough, like praise that that's where it all starts, right? When we develop this strong toughness and determination, this discipline to have things in our life, and we apply that to our health and to our fitness and to our nutrition, that will allow us in all areas of our life to get better. So with 75 Thrive, we're going to commit to just 5 things, right? Because everyone's going to be at a little bit different level. Everyone's going to have different goals or what they need to be working on. But these 5 basic things are fundamental that we all need to be doing every single day. And if we do, will help us to accelerate to whatever those other goals are in our life. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can pull this up. Have you guys looked at the tracker that I sent you?
Yes, I looked at it.
Looked at it? Okay. Pascal, did you look at it yet? And if not, that's totally fine. I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay. So this is, say again, Pascal, you're not very loud.
Yeah, the sound has kind of changed. I don't hear you very well anymore.
Oh, you don't hear me very well. I'm not sure why. I don't see anything. If you want to try to log off and log on, you can, but.
Maybe I'll go on my computer.
Okay, I'll let you try that, and we'll talk about this this tracker here. So these actually come from Rachel Hollis in her book, Girl Stop Apologizing. And I have always really loved the simplicity of these and thought it would be great to integrate into this 75 days for us. So I'm going to lead you through this. And each week I want you to print out this tracker and track these 5 things, and then post it every Saturday in our group. So 5 to Thrive. Number 1, get up an hour earlier than you normally do and use that time for yourself. There is so much goodness that comes when we get up for ourselves versus getting up for the world, right? And when I say get up for the world, it's getting up for other people, whether that be your kids, whether that be work, whether that be getting up to your phone and checking your emails and starting, to respond to everyone that needs everything. You will accomplish more, you'll feel better, you'll get the most from your day when you get up an hour earlier for yourself. So ask yourself, when do you typically wake up? Is it when your kids wake you up? Is it when you have to run to the shower to get ready to get up and go to work, right? I want you to practice getting up a little bit earlier for yourself. And if you need to baby step into this, right? Maybe an hour seems overwhelming right now. So start with 15 minutes, and maybe each week you build up a 15-minute extra time so that you can do the things for yourself. Now, good things to do during this time is really things that energize you. So maybe that is your workout. Maybe that's doing some journaling or study or prayer, meditation. In the Bootcamp Bible that everyone will get tomorrow morning, I'll resend it out to everyone in the community. So if you're new to the community and don't have our Fit to Become Bootcamp Bible, there's a whole section in there on developing a morning routine. And it will help you to develop it based on the amount of time that you have right now, right? And you can build on that routine as that comes. But I want you to focus on getting up for you, right? That is the main thing, is getting up for you. and being able to spend that a little bit of time on yourself in the mornings. If you guys have any questions on these, like make sure you can ask that, or you can post them in the chat, whatever you like, as we kind of go through these as well. Okay, number 2, move your body for at least 30 minutes a day, right? I really don't feel like we need a lot more than that. But it is important that we just have movement every day, right? That we take that time for us. So I know both Pascal and Caitlin are going to be doing the 30-day breakaway with us. For those, if you're just focusing on even something just like nutrition or working on the 2B mindset, it might just be as simple as getting out and walking for every day, or getting outside. But I want you to focus on moving your body, play with your kids, go outside, run around, do something that creates that movement every single day, because it will help us to build that strength, that stamina. It'll help bring us energy, that endorphin high. Nothing can replace that, in my opinion, as far as a good workout. And it really helps us to commit to something. So if you need a program to be working on, if you need to commit to one, then make sure to reach out to me so that we can make sure that you have that. And it's so great, what we have with the Beachbody programs, that it tells us what to do every single day, right? And it also helps you to feel great as you can check off those workouts, and have that variance too. So work your body. Number 3, drink half of your body weight in ounces every single day. Water is the basis of our bodies, and it will help to make everything better, from waking our bodies up first thing in the morning to helping aid our digestion and help our systems to run better, to also bringing us clarity, right? And just helping us to feel really good. So drinking water is an important habit that we need to have. So water. A couple of ways that really help me to drink more water, because I know some people really struggle with drinking more water. Number 1, like, find yourself a water bottle. Mine's not really like fantastic. This is actually a Pedialyte bottle right now, so it's not like anything, but if make it fun for yourself, find a fun water bottle. I really like the 2B mindset water bottle, because I've learned that, I don't know, for some reason I drink more water if I drink from a straw. So, that might be something to consider too. There's lots of fun ones where, you can like mark it up in times of the day, to list some different fun motivations for yourself. So having a fun water bottle is a great way to drink more water. And then just focusing on tying water to habits that you already have, right? I think adding new habits into our life. So if this is something you struggle with, like tying it to something else that you already are doing well. So here's a few examples. Number 1, we all wake up in the morning. So tie drinking water to when you get up in the morning. Really, it's a really great practice. You've gone 8 to 10 hours without water, your body's dehydrated and it's seeking that. So keeping a little water bottle, in your bedroom or maybe in your bathroom, so that you have that when you first get up, that you can drink 8 to 16 ounces is a really great thing first thing in the morning. And then I love the principle from 2B Mindset to drink before your meals and snacks. It's actually better for us to drink prior to eating rather than during or after, as far as how it helps our body to digest food. And so it's better for digestion to drink 15 to 30 minutes before you eat. It's also better because it helps prepare your body to receive food, right? A lot of times, especially when we're really hungry or we feel like kind of that famished feeling, and we could just eat everything, our brains are behind our body, right? So we'll actually eat and then we'll get that full and satiated feel. So when you can drink water prior to your meals, it helps to calm those feelings and those that's going on in your body, and helps prepare you to be calm and be able to eat your food. So sometimes, even though it's hard and you want to just eat right away, like just get into that practice. Again, tying to your meals, drinking that water before. If you can do that and drink 16 to 20 ounces prior to each meal, like 15 to 30 minutes before, not only will you find yourself easily meeting your water goal, but I think you'll really enjoy your meals better and be able to better understand that sense of being full and being satisfied when you do eat too. So those are two places that you can really add more water that will really help you to hit your goals better if you stay consistent with those. Drink your water in the morning and drink your water prior to your meals and snacks. So those are be easy to remember. Number 4, give up one food category that you know you shouldn't be eating. So I don't want you to think of category in a sense of like, I'm giving up carbohydrates or, I'm giving up protein. I want you to think about it as, what is one thing in your diet that's not serving you? One specific thing, right? And give that up for till the end of this month, till the end of October. And then at the beginning of November, we'll select again. At the beginning of December, we'll select again a food for this food category. So this is really not only about helping to aid your health, right? Because if we're eating foods that aren't serving us, obviously it's not helping to contribute to our weight loss, to our energy, to feeling well. But this is really truly about keeping a promise to yourself and showing yourself that you can do something. Because I think a lot of times with food, we create dependencies for other things, right? So maybe emotional need or something that we turn to when we're bored. So being able to give up this food category, sometimes that's really hard, and we tell ourselves we're not capable of doing that, or we're addicted to sugar or whatever it might be, when really we can do it. We just need to show ourselves that we can do it. Okay, so this will be kind of baby stepping because we're already on the 18th of October, right? So you choose something for the next 2.5 weeks till we get to the end of October, something to give up. And I'll tell you one that I did just this last month, and that really served me. I actually did it two different months because I always go back to this. I gave up chocolate chips. That's what I gave up. That might sound silly to you, but I've really gotten to the point where I don't keep a lot of like other treats and things in my house, but I usually always buy chocolate chips. My girls love to make cookies. Kennedy loves chocolate chip pancakes, right? Like there's just a lot of versatility in just having chocolate chips that can create some quick treats for us here. But what I found myself always doing is when I would be on the search, for that chocolate craving, I would go to that bag of chocolate chips, right? A handful here, a handful there, right? There was nothing else. So I would reach for the chocolate chips. So that started to become the thing that I would go look for that wasn't serving me. So I gave up chocolate chips for 30 days. And it was hard because it had kind of almost become a mindless habit as well to grab at those chocolate chips when I wanted to get something. So with this area, what I want you to do is, so we're going to use October kind of as practice, right? But as we move into November and into December, the goal is to go 30 days without whatever this is for you, whatever this category is. And if you don't keep your promise, you got to start over, right? Because the goal is to go 30 days without having this in your life, to show yourself that you don't need this in your life. Okay, so I want you to think about that. And, again, because the goal is to help us to make sure that to show ourselves we can do it for 30 days. Okay, so think about that and what that is for you, and we'll get started on that. And then the last is to write down 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. I can't tell you like how important this practice is. One of my favorite quotes on gratitude is it isn't happy people that are grateful. It's grateful people who are happy. And when you focus on your 5 things of gratitude each day, you know, a lot of times I know, so each November we put up a tree in our house and we call it our gratitude tree. And every night, everyone gets a leaf and you get to write down one thing that you're grateful for. And it was really interesting as we started this tradition years and years ago, right? When you for the first few days, it's those big things, right? I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for food. I'm grateful to go to school. And
Won't be this year.
I know I'm grateful to have homeschool. But you know, once you kind of get through that list of those bigger things, it's like, what am I grateful for? And you start to turn and find just small things in your day that you are grateful for. And that's why making this a daily habit is so wonderful, in my opinion, because it helps us to start to see all of those little things that we're grateful for. Like one thing I wrote in my journal this morning, I was grateful for how the lemon tasted in my water yesterday. For whatever reason, it was just amazing. Like it just, I remember thinking, wow, this tastes so good. And so small things like that, you know, my son had been sick for a week and he was able to go outside and we watched the sunset one night and just talked for like 5 minutes. And I was so grateful that we just talked for those few minutes and that he could get outside, that he felt well enough to get outside. And so, um, and then, you know, what I love too is when you practice this daily attitude of gratitude, you'll see things during the day, in the day, that you're grateful for. So many times I'm like, oh, I need to remember to write that in my journal, you know, just that small moment or that small thing. And it will infuse how you view your entire day, right? It'll change it from, you know, dwelling on the negative or hard things or the trials to really seeing things through new lenses, because everything in our life is happening for us, not just happening to us, but happening for us. But that only comes when we want to see it that way. You know, when we develop that mindset to see things as how they're helping us to grow and accelerate in becoming the person that we're going to come.
We were just saying recently, like 2020 with that pandemic has been so hard. But here in Quebec, at least, we had such a great summer, wonderful temperature. And right now, the color for fall, they've been lasting forever. We still have leaves in the trees, which is unusual. So it's like nature is compensating for all the difficult times we've been having.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're grateful for that too.
I know. I'm so grateful through this whole pandemic, really, so far, that we've been able to be outside and it's been warm enough. So we'll find some of that gratitude the next couple of months as we kind of go inside that. So, but you guys make this your foundation. I know these might seem like simple things. You know, some of them will probably be easy, things that you're already doing. And there might be some that, you know, seem a little bit more challenging, but each of these will create a foundation for your physical health, for your mental health, for your emotional health, to be able to help you to just see that you can add and do things in your life and be consistent, right? We thrive in the little things. It's not the big things in our life that really make us happy. It's creating these habits and routines that will help us best. So print this out, fill it out each week, post it Saturday night or Sunday. I'll have a post up on Saturday that you can add them to. And you get a point for each day and each habit that you successfully complete. And I'm gonna recognize a challenger each week for their consistency and just thriving, right? So you can be our weekly rock star and have that recognition to have that too. So All right, questions on that?
I have a question. What's the name of the program, the hard stuff?
75 hard. I'll send you the website, Pascal. You can take a look at it. It's just 75hard.com. Take a look at that.
Okay. And which day are we starting the 30-day breakaway?
So for 30-day breakaway, the group opens up today. So the BOD group. So once you have placed your order, so you're already in that
I
group.
have it already. Yeah.
Okay, so you've already gotten your invitation to that. So everyone hopefully will be able to place their orders tomorrow. I want people to do that as early as possible so they can get all of their materials. But next week we will go through just some kind of training grounds. So I'll be introducing everyone to the program. We're going to talk about a lot of specific things from, running perspective, as well as how to choose the path for you, because there's different paths for 30-day breakaway, and just get everyone set. So we'll start actually on the 26th. So next Monday.
Okay, so I can do a 7-day program this week on BUD.
Yeah.
And be ready for next Monday. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll go through that. I'll probably do a live video every day in that BOD group. And Caitlin, for you, I know you were in like our challenge tracker groups before. So BOD groups is very similar to that. They've actually just put everything on the Beachbody On Demand app. So all of that is in one place, which is really nice. So but you'll get access to that, an invitation for that tomorrow. And like I said, there'll be a welcome packet sent out tomorrow, and it'll have the boot camp Bible and some resources and things for everyone to get started in that. So
my Bible is already printed. I have it from last time.
it's awesome. Good. And I know you kept reusing it, which is awesome, because that's what it's there for, is to help continue that progress all along our way. So very good. All right, you guys, have a great Sunday. And if you have any questions, let me know. But start this today. Print
We're
it
going
out
to print it right away. Yep, got it.
and start it today. So I'm excited to see us thrive.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, bye, you guys. See you.
Bye.
Kate.